Hi, this is Jacob Sapochnik, immigration attorney here in San Diego. And in this video, I wanted to discuss 2014 H-1B visa tips and suggestions as we are coming close to the filing season. I'm going to talk about the most important things that you should be doing now as we're coming close to the April 1st filing date for H-1B 2014. But first of all, you have to find an employer. Now is the time to email people, send your resume, a network, find employers in your field. If you're an engineering student, try to get an internship with a company that will potentially offer a job. It takes time for employers to understand what they have to do to be able to sponsor for a visa. So planning early is important. Many employers, they feel that an H-1B visa is a contract, is an obligation. They feel there are too many documents involved in the process. If you educate yourself and you know that it's not that bad, it's not a very complicated process, you're going to be able to explain to the employer what it is and make them feel more comfortable that it's not so complicated to sponsor somebody for an H-1B. If you're not yourself familiar with the process, it's going to be very difficult to convince an employer. So number one, try to find an employer, educate yourself about the H-1B visa process so it's easier for you to explain that to a potential employer. The second thing that is important to understand is if you're not able to find an employer and you have some sort of an idea or you graduated and you feel that you are in a position to start a business, there is an option to file for an H-1B as a self-employed, H-1B as an entrepreneur. We've done several videos about that. We'll put a link to our videos explaining how to get a visa for H-1B as a self-employed owner of a company. So that's another option. If you cannot find an employer and you do have an idea, getting an H-1B as a self-employed person is an option. The third thing you can do right now is if you do find an employer and they're starting to collect the documents, it's important to file paperwork for the company to be verified with the Labor Department. The tax ID number of the company is one of the main reasons why cases get delayed. And so when the company is ready to file for an employee, it's important to proactively communicate with the Labor Department and try to get the tax ID number verified much in advance before we file the visas. The next thing you can do is start collecting all the paperwork that you need right now. Get your degree evaluated, get foreign documents translated, complete credits that you're missing for the degree. Everything has to be done now that when we file the case beginning of March, it's easier to be able to collect everything and there's no rush on the paperwork. Another important tip is if you're a student and you're currently going through your optional practical training work permit and that work permit is going to expire before April 1st, it is important to know that even if the H-1B visa is filed, you're not able to work after April or before October 1st. So it's important to know that you won't be able to work, but you're able to stay in the U.S. and wait for the visa decision. If the OPT expires after April but before October, the filing of the H-1B visa on April 1st will allow you to continue working. It's called a cap gap exemption, which is very important because most of the people who are here as students would like to know how they can stay and able to work. Finally, it's important to find help. Do not try to do it yourself. Talk to several attorneys, find the right attorney for you who understands the H-1B visa and is able to craft a case that will get you success and avoid any requests for evidence or denials at the end. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions, please post them in the comments below. Thank you so much.